platform on the internet where you can find over 8,000 templates from 500 producers who make really music they really love, package it as a template that you can download it to your own DAW and learn so much about composition, engineering, mixing, literally how a track is made. You know that basically a DAW is a great platform, but if you have no idea in it and you don't know how to learn how to use it, you really have a long way to go. Well, if you download a template from a guy that makes music like me, let's say for 20 years, you get all of the knowledge that I have that I put into those tracks that include composition, sound design, engineering, mixing. I even put a mastering chain on the output, and of course you get a tutorial with it, which is amazing. So this is episode 273, guys. I'm gonna make some melodic techno. I'm into a little bit of a melodic techno streak, just about to sign a record deal with a good label for a track that I've made, actually in those shows, I'll let you know later. And guys, melodic techno, 124 BPM, some arps, some beats, some drive, bang. Let's make it happen right away. I will have to find a way to work with the monitors on because it's so much fun to be in here and to mix, like quite loud actually. So guys, I have nothing today. I have this arp. I'd like to go a bit lower really. I like that actually. No, here. Do it again. This one. So usually I would start with some percussions, but this arp I played it. I was like, oh, this could make a track. It's in the lower, really way low in the scale, really. Maybe not that low. Okay, so that means that my keyboard here might be a little bit off in the scale. So this is good. This is good. Touch here. I'm not sure about the note here. It sounded good with the filter closed, but with the filter open is a bit of a the reverb was a bit confusing there. I think I would start it like this. Let's have a listen. Really, such a synth. This is my idea to start a track. It's a bit different than usual, guys, which is good. I think you always have to try to do things a little bit differently, and maybe this episode would be a little bit longer than usual because, as I said, I have to make everything from scratch. I think I'm gonna go with there's more and more kits. I think Radiant is a good kind of techno kind of kit. I'm gonna go down here and pick up the kick 1, kick 2. Okay, kick 1 here. It might be a bit low, but let's get started. Take the kick drum, guys. If you don't know what's a kick drum, this is a kick drum. It is obviously a bit out of whack here. Put it together from scratch, of course. Right away mix in this because this is way too loud, so I'm not so keen on this kick, to be honest with you guys. Maybe I will change. Yo. Something. It's nice, but it's not so techno-y, really. This is Ibiza or Ibiza if you want to say it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a kick. Nice chunk, full body, really bounce in the ears, like has this chunk, and then the arp. I'm gonna drop not a MIDI effects, but an audio effects. Sidechain it immediately, super quickly here, poof, pick up the instrument, kick Ibiza, that here. Of course, we're just beginning, because like you can start a track with just about anything. I've tried, I made 273 of those episodes, of course. And before this, I made music for like 18 years, and I know that when you start a track, you don't really necessarily need anything. Some people, and if you always start the same way, I think you're bound to do kind of not the same, but to go in the same direction a little bit. Those are nice hats, very acceptable. Oh, I thought those ones gonna be smaller, but they're just bigger. Okay, if I trigger them and I really just want them to... I think I can. I'm gonna slice them. And because they're exactly at the same time as the other ones, they're gonna work very well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll them, because we're making some melodic techno, making something driving. Let's do it like this. But then of course the other hats won't play, so I cannot do this. Then let's drop a snare. Oof, I just ate a little bit too much food, which is good. Good, at least after a 10K run, that is. Let's... Ooh, I like the snare. Let's just get this grain in there, like... Little perks. Not what I'm looking for. Is there a bit crush on there? Do it very quickly. I think I'm going to drop all this. I'm just going to keep those three. That's good. I'm going to drop a little perk in there. Take a little bit of the same pattern, but a bit simplified. Now we have an ARP with this there. Oh, and guys, I was playing with Alchemy earlier and I found something new. I don't know if you ever seen this. Personally, I just seen this, that here you can browse by some kind of subgenres, and it's really cool. So I think it is a bit of the same preset that is in the browser here. However, you browse them in a different way, so that I only open this one here. Let's have a listen. A bit too low. So if I go only on this oblique structures, reverb bass, hollow frame bass, so the sound banks are only in there. Post bass, D bass. Give it a try with the pattern we already have. Oh, sorry. I like the dark. Of course, that we can open. Let's see. I'm gonna work a little bit on this arp here, drop a little bit of the bass. I'm gonna keep the body here, but I really don't want the lows. I'll use another part for the lows. And I'm thinking this arp is nice, but I can go here, go to arp, and I can do a different pattern. Which I like already better. I go into the bass. I like this filter. Doing something quite cool in there. Now that I started mixing, of course, the percussion is gonna get a little bit out of whack. This is why I usually start mixing the percussions and then I put the other parts in. Still good. Let's see what we have here. There should be a delay. I like my hats to be moving a little bit more, like a bit of a I think it's definitely an interesting start to a track. Now I would be tempted to go and do some bells of some type. So this is all good there. I'm thinking probably a reverb. Create my own reverb bus here. Use my own Silververb super huge room that I call Grandiose. I'm gonna try to play some key a little bit with you guys. I think I'm gonna make it a bit longer. Make sure enough of room to jam, to record. If you watch episode 272, guys, you usually have to watch that part where I play the key live for a while. So much fun. I was just having such a blast. This is I think what it's fun being in the studio and be able to express yourself and play the keys and try different bit pattern, keys and touch, and then you come with something cool, I think. I think I'm gonna try to go into this again. Mallets. Listen, ethereal weighted plugs. Try this. Doesn't quite blow my mind, really. That is a little background. So another thing about creating music that I truly believe in is not because you start doing something and you have the intention of doing a certain thing that you should really stick with it all the time. I think in this case, as an example, I'm like, oh, might record a lead with some bells and stuff, listening to the beat, play a couple keys, I'm like, wow, this could make a good background kind of Siri? No, thanks. This could make a good background kind of track to this. And remember, guys, that when I am making these loops, I tend to repeat things a lot, and then when I'm going to go into the final project, I will subtract a lot of things. I'm going to make it more progressive in nature and change things. So now I can look if something else would do. I think this reverse was... It's a nice kind of transition, kind of trippy sound. However, we don't have a lead, so we have to continue. I'm gonna continue in the bells. I'll go here, I'm gonna go mallets and no, play. That's quite trippy. This one I used recently, the Baroque. Got a nice feel to it, this one. Yeah, I think I got another interesting layer to put in there, guys. Of course, as always, need to be engineer mixed. However, this came quite nicely. So I'm wondering if I should do a variation on the second MIDI part here. might do something like no, not quite. Can do a bit of an inversion on those two. Now, as usual, I will make it into our main loop. And well, guys, this is not a lead yet. But those are all good elements that we can put in the final track. Bell actually sounds very good in the background of this. I think I'm gonna change a little bit and go into this here and try to put a bit of emphasis on the notes here by just doing this. Then I'm gonna shrink them. I'm gonna put a hit on the first note of the bass. It might be higher, might be lower, not too certain. I would say something brassy, so I'm gonna look again, browsing from the top here, vintage synth, yeah. Prophetic bass, maybe. Let's hear it. Here is a little bit out of place. So all those elements would be very useful. I'm just almost doing there with my mouse. All those elements would be very useful once we get into the last part of creating and mixing the track. Definitely this one, by far. This gives a lot more character. Of course, we're gonna EQ it, remove the lows, keep the essence of it. See, the essence of it's around here, 3 to 800k. It's the body of the track. You can put it in the background a bit more. So now with all this, we don't really have a kind of a pad. I think I would go with a pad, so I'm going to replicate this again. Here, I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to take my chord, make the most basic. And then I'm going to go into pads. I'm going to pick the first one. I'm gonna keep it. Well, I'm gonna make it into something else. Okay, this is just weird, so I cannot really take it. It's a bit wet, I would say.
I like those sweeps. Classic. So I couldn't really add much more melodic element than this, but I still need a lead, guys. I'm gonna replicate this once again, give myself some space, and look how long is that gonna be. I am at 1 minute. We need 2 minutes to make the template that's gonna be available. When we get music.com, you have to smash that like button, share this video with your friend, please. Fast attack, kind of a padish kind of. It's a bit crunchy somehow. Am I really maxing out my CPU? Oh yeah. Something in there is taking a lot of juice. I would say it's the bells usually, or maybe those sweeps that I just put. Oh, it was those sweeps. The bells are good. Strange. What is there in there? Nothing. Okay. Oh. Gonna leave myself some space and some processing power. I mean, I don't know why is that. Oh, this one is not used here somehow. I know that bells usually take a lot of processing power, and this synth is definitely not a light synth, so that's not very good when you want to record a lead and it does this, I have to say. So who is the one who's taking all the juice? So if I do all this, is it still gonna... Well, doesn't even change anything when I open and close all this. That's a bit odd, really. And then I play one key, and the computer is just on fire. So this ended up a lot smoother than I expected. I want to make something a bit more driving. Some parts missing, guys. So I thought it was a bit mellow. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm tempted to do a little bit of an arp like what I played earlier. I think I did with this here. With an arp. Can mean makes many different things, and there's room definitely in the track for like an upper. Let's see. Is it tight? No, it isn't. So then we'll keep our sequence here, replicate it once again. Do that here. Oh. Then I think it's now that I have a melody, now that I have something to play with, I can easily change the feel and the theme of what I am doing, which is important. I'm gonna drop this, I'm gonna drop the pad. That's a good example. Much more hunting, very interesting. Bit too intense. The soft is cool though. Play with it a little bit, not too much. See where we're at. Oh. I think, guys, this is gonna be it for this episode of your live electronic music tutorials. If you like the track, check out the template. You're gonna see it's a lot more advanced than what I am making now. I usually spend 3, 4, sometimes 5 hours more. And at the speed that I'm working, 5 hours, I get to do something solid. And then you get the template for Logic Pro X Ableton, or FL Studio. Watch the tutorial again to see how I compose it. Have some fun with it, remix it, make your own track. Of course, what templates are for. And until next time, it is Andre with you.